All right, welcome back to the channel. It's Santi and Leila on your screen again. And today, guys, we have a short and sweet show for you guys because Antonio Rudiger has decided to renew his contract with Real Madrid for another year until 2027. And I called Leila. I said, hey, it's a good idea to record a show about this warrior because both Leila and I like this guy a lot. His mentality, his hard work, the way he carries his teammates. He's always there, goes first into the battle, and he's gonna stay for another year, which was, you know, asked by Mourinho, and he got his wish. So Antonio Rudiger, I'm so excited that this guy's, is gonna stay for another year because his leadership is very important. And yeah, Real Madrid making a lot of moves. Yesterday we spoke about Marco Curella. Today it's all about Antonio Rudiger. Leila, how happy are you that this guy is going to stay for at least one more year?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Madridistas. Welcome to our show with Santi. I'm so happy about this information. It's a big news for us. And Santi called me and said, let's make a little bit like just like a 10 minutes show, And I was so happy and excited because Rudiger is a fighter. He's a warrior. He's nuestro Salvador, like Spanish people say. And I am very happy that he renewed his contract for 1 year. And I'm so happy that Mourinho gave him a chance. He's as a center defender, he's wonderful. Sometimes I'm just saying for myself, like he's maybe like a Sergio Ramos, that fighting. I mean, he have like fight in his soul. You know what I mean? Like a warrior. I mean, warrior skills. And I'm so happy that he's staying with us. Since 2022 since he comes from Chelsea, he become one of the greatest defender for Real Madrid. And I like him, Santi. What do you think about this information and this big news?
Yeah, I'm so happy about it because he is one of the solid factors that we had last year. Last year, not a lot of things went well, but at least this guy was solid, and together with Hoyson, they were a pretty good duo, when we played against Manchester City. They played really well. The young guy Hoyson, of course, the older guy Rudiger, they made a good mix. And now we're gonna get Konate and maybe another center back as well. So a lot to look forward to. But just want to say this guy is amazing. And actually, during the holy month of Ramadan, this guy excels. It brings even something more out of him. Karim Benzema always had the same thing as well. You know what I mean, Leila?
Yeah, I know what I mean because I'm from Tunisia, and people where they fasting, they become more competitive, and fasting is a good thing. I mean, and I think Rudiger played unbelievably well like Karim Benzema when he do the Ramadan, and I think Rudiger is the greatest self center defender with the Heisen, like you said, he made history. I mean, a little bit, Heisen comes and he they made a good pair, you know what I mean? But well, I mean, Rudiger made the history, and I wish Rudiger I was wishing for that like information comes, and that Rudiger is gonna stay for us. And now when I heard about like he renewed his contract for 1 year, and Mourinho said like he want him for our team because Konate is gonna come, and we need maybe another center defender because we know yesterday it was Cucurella who comes to join Real Madrid, and Cucurella is not a center defender. So we will try our best, and I'm happy about Rudiger, and he's a good player. I mean, he's not sensitive at all. He's a fighter. He's trying his best, and he scored fourth season. He scored 8 goals with Real Madrid, and he won the Champions League. He won the Champions League with Chelsea too. So I am happy that he stays with us.
Yeah, and I would just add on to that also, guys. Rudiger is now going to stay. Konate is going to come. And then we have Hoysen. I think it's going to be Hoysen who's going to play less, which is that should already be the case because Huijsen is only 20 years old. He's so young. These guys shouldn't be playing week in, week out. They're here to learn first a couple of years. But with all the injuries that we had and and people out of form, you know, like not if everybody was really well this season. Huijsen had to play everything, and even Huijsen was injured at some point. So Mourinho is a smart guy on that front in the defense, you know, on that line. We could use reinforcements, and look, we got them. Rudiger is gonna be here for another year. Cucurella just came. Konate is gonna come. I have a feeling another center back is gonna come to Real Madrid. More about that in later shows, guys. But today, we just really want to talk about Rudiger, who, of course, is a Champions League winner with Chelsea and with Real Madrid. Don't forget.
Yeah,
And
2021, 2024. Yeah.
exactly,
He won.
yeah, exactly. And that in that 2024 edition, guys, he scored the penalty at the Etihad Stadium, the winning penalty against Manchester City in the quarterfinals. And I was there. I was in the stadium when this happened. I'm not joking. I was in the away section. And it was the most memorable football night of my life. It was so amazing. This was like the best thing ever. And I will never forget this memory because, of course, we won the Champions League in that year as well. It was Bellingham, his first season. Everything was perfect. And nights like this, they don't come a lot, you know. It was very tensed first. I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen? We go into extra time, and then penalties, and I'm in the stadium, and it was nerve-wracking, but it was like one of the most beautiful memories of my life. And Rudiger, of course, scored the winning penalty, a defender, you know, so that's great. And no, I'm like a big fan of this guy because in the official statement, Real Madrid also posted a video of him with all of his, you know, all the highlights, what he did at Real Madrid. They like this guy, you know. It's with guys who are 30 years and older, they only get a contract for 1 extra year. That's how it works at Real Madrid. If you're 30 years and older and you're a player who's already been with us, they only give you a contract for 1 year. And the deal with Sergio Ramos was why he left. He wanted 2 years. He couldn't find an agreement with Florentino Perez, as you for sure know, Leila.
Yeah, I don't want to talk a lot about the subject because it makes me feel sad because I like Fiorentina, but I really want to, Sergio Ramos to stay because he's my favorite football player for
Right.
all the time in the history of football game.
Right.
But this is like you said, I mean, in Real Madrid, after 30 years old, they give just 1 year contract. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy that Modric stays with Real so many years. You know what I mean? And even if he missed the penalty, I think. In this quarterfinal against Manchester City, we won because of Rudiger, because of the beautiful goals that other players scored, and I'm so happy that. I remember perfectly that Kovacic is gonna Kovacic is gonna how is it in English?
Missed the penalty.
Scored the penalty. He wanna score the penalty, and I remember Rudiger said he's like this, you know, like
Yeah,
this,
yeah, yeah.
that thing. And I remember like he said because he knows him very well. He plays with Chelsea with him. He knows when he's gonna send that penalty. You know what I mean? So I think Lunin stops him. I think Lunin was, and
Yeah, it was Lunin.
and he stops the goal. So he knows perfectly his ex how's it not like friends, we're gonna say it in English, how's it in English, that word, the ex
Rivals.
people who, rivals. And it was amazing, you know, how he knows how Kovacic is gonna score the goal, you know. And even Modric was like, oh my gosh, you know, even Modric didn't believe that. So I am so happy about Rudiger staying with us. He's a great player. He's a Muslim guy, and I like him. I respect him. People say that maybe he's like a little bit savage or stuff, but we need to be like this on the pitch. We need that, you know. When we have like a savage character in football game, it's bring you a lot of titles. You know what I mean? And he's a good guy. You know, I love him. I love him. I was happy that he was gonna stay for us 1 year, and even if 2 years, I am happy too. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be difficult because we have in Real Madrid like a statement or like I don't know, like how to say it, like politici or like it's just 1 year for people who is aging like after 30 years old.
Yeah, that's the policy. Yeah, and Rudiger
Policy,
deserves
yeah,
it.
policy.
Yeah, yeah, and Rudiger deserves it because like there's not a lot of people who are experienced as him. He has won two Champions League with two different clubs. He played at Chelsea for a long time. Before that, I think he
You're
played at
absolutely right, Santi. Yeah.
like Dortmund. He played
No, Stuttgart, I think. Stuttgart. Yeah, he came
Stuttgart.
from
Yeah,
Stuttgart. Stuttgart, yeah, Stuttgart.
right. So yeah, also has history in Germany and
This
then Premier League.
information I know, you know what? I know because a guy on Instagram told me like he comes from my city, and I was like, it's Dortmund, and he was like, no, girl, like I'm really talking about like he is from Stuttgart. That's why I know this information. You know, I thought it was from Dortmund. You know, me too. I thought that.
Yeah, he played in his youth in for Dortmund 2008 till 2011, but he was very young, so he did play a little bit for Dortmund. But you're right, he started his career senior in
Ah,
Stuttgart.
I was
You're
thinking
right.
you started. You think, yeah, I was thinking like you talk about the start, and I don't know. I mean, I didn't know that he plays for Roma. I was surprised, you know. I was like, oh my goodness, how I didn't see this guy in Roma, you know, in 2015,
Sorry, just two years.
and I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
just 2 years.
2 years. Yeah, yeah, you're right. And
But he makes his move like a great player with Chelsea, of course, and winning a lot of titles, winning the Champions League, like winning. You know what I mean? Yeah, in 2021.
yep, and they in that year 2021 they even kicked Real Madrid out.
Yeah, I
So
remember perfectly.
yeah, 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 yeah. Now this is a great guy, and we just want to do a short show for you guys about Rudiger because he's a important piece to the puzzle that Mourinho is about to lay. Because it's not easy finding good defenders, guys. And this guy, he's like very good one against one. When we play against Manchester City, which happens somehow every season, guys, this guy completely takes away all Haaland his strengths. You know, he's so good against Haaland. Haaland barely ever scores against us. You know what I mean? Thanks to this guy. And just to end on Rudiger, he is with Germany at the French national team, of course. What am I saying? With the German national team, of course, guys. They won 7-1 against Curacao. Rudiger played for like 20 minutes, I think. And you know, they are one of the top favorites for this tournament. They have a very good attack. You know, they have good players. They play good football, good coach. So you're gonna hear a lot more of Rudiger in the World Cup. We'll keep an eye out for that as well. And yeah, I think it's great news, Leila. Do you have any final words before we say goodbye about Rudiger? Because you know, he's a proud Muslim. You know, he always
He's proud
represents his.
Muslim, yeah. He's proud
Yeah,
Muslim, yeah. I wish him all the best with his team, with Germany, and my Allah bless him with all good things with his team. I mean, his national team, and with Real Madrid. Blessings and love.
yeah, great that Rudiger is gonna stay for another year. You know, he has like good energy around. People love him. Everybody loves him. You know, nobody ever says a bad word about this guy. You just don't want to play against him. You know, Haaland doesn't like this guy because he's very annoying to play against, Rudiger, and we love it as Madridistas. This is not a typical Madridista kind of guy. You know, if I would have to compare him with somebody, I would say Pepe.
I'm gonna compare him with Pepe too, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. He's great. He's not scared of anyone, you know. He defend his teams. He defend. I mean, our defense. He's great. I mean, even if he don't score like a lot of goals, he's bringing good energy. And like you said, Haaland is scared. To play against this man because this man is crazy. He's crazy on the pitch. He know how to defend without having like a yellow card. You know what I mean? And He's unbelievable. He's a warrior. I'm happy that he's staying with Real for 1 year. If he couldn't stay like 2 years, I'm gonna be very happy. But it's depend of our president Florentino Perez. So with all my respect, like Florentino wants, it's gonna be. You know what I mean?
Yep, Florentino, the big boss, and also Mourinho has a lot to say right now about what's happening, guys, because it's a different transfer policy right now. No more young guys. Yeah, that's over with. That's not gonna happen this season. Maybe like one young guy could enter Real Madrid, but we're going for a little bit more experience now. Thank you so much for watching the show, guys. Please follow us on Instagram,
Hola, sí.
superior.real Madrid. Show us some love. And yeah, we love doing these shows. Today is a little bit shorter show, guys, but you know, it's the renewal of Rudiger. We're gonna do many more shows during the summer. We have a lot to talk about. The World Cup is going on. Real Madrid still has to announce a lot of players. Bernardo Silva is the next one in line to be announced, is what I've heard from Fabrizio Romano. Today's Tuesday, guys. We wish you a beautiful week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Your support means everything to us. And we wish you a great new week. And we'll see you later on. Bye-bye.
Yeah. See ya. Bye bye.